Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Armadillos and the Snowhawks, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Armadillos of Melbourne taking on the Snowhawks of Toronto. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Thomas. And it's caught. Touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Armadillos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Thomas. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Thomas will look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Thomas. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Thomas. Gets it off to Freeman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thomas. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Thomas. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. To throw is Thomas on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game.
Touchdown! From 13 yards out.
And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Right back to him on 1st down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. Second quarter now. Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a quick throw here that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Battle. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now this is Battle. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Melbourne ready to go again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hall to throw it.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Here's Hall.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Hall.
And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, Hall
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Throwing here is Hall. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Snowhawks are back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Melbourne ready to go again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
7 yards there and a first down. On the counter, Ingram. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Burgess. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burgess. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Burgess. On the check down, it's Ingram. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Burgess. This is caught. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They will start this drive with 4. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Hall. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hall. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Hall. He finds his man complete. That's 4th. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Hall. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Hall. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hall. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and
we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
To Brandon God.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard. But there are definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different, because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just top.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw again.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Stays on his feet.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Melbourne ready to go again on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on 2nd down. Burgess.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Burgess. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Well, they bring their punter out there now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off play action. Burgess. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Operating from the gun. Burgess. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Operating from the gun. Burgess.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Now 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Hall.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Melbourne ready to go again on offense.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1.
They give to Ingram up the middle. Gets around him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ingram again, a first down carry. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Armadillos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Welcome back to Toronto as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
16 yards, a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, Hall. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves down.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On the ground, it's Ford. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Burgess. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nash. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. On 1st and 10, Burgess. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burgess, throw left side, complete. That's Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Back to throw. Burgess. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. Evades him at the 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's 2nd and 3. Gonna give it to Battle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Battle. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Hall. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up with the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 8, 23 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And 5 yards, not going to cut it here. And that clock continues to run. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They need